Urgent, Birds fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Birds news. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Eagles! Jaguars signed Super Bowl winner from the Philadelphia Eagles as Liam Cohen's rebuild gathers pace. The Jaguars are adding a Super Bowl-winning offensive lineman to their roster, according to a report. Former Eagles tackle Fred Johnson will be joining Jacksonville on a one-year deal, ESPN's Adam Schefter said on Wednesday. The terms of the deal were not disclosed. Johnson, 27, appeared in every Eagles game last season, starting 6 regular season contests before the team went on to win the championship. He was also with the team during the 2023 season, following a one-year stint with the Buccaneers. Before that, Johnson spent the first 3 years of his career in Cincinnati after going undrafted in 2019 out of Florida. For Jacksonville, the signing gives new head coach Liam Cohen and quarterback Trevor Lawrence more protection up front after the latter struggled in his 4th NFL season. The quarterback registered a career-high sack percentage of 96%, in 10 games last year and threw just 11 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Johnson will slot in alongside fellow offensive line arrivals Robert Hainsey and Patrick McCary, who signed deals worth a guaranteed $13 million and $5 million respectively, according to Spotrac. The team also added free safety Eric Murray on a 3-year, $19.5 million deal. For the Eagles, Johnson's departure is the latest in an offseason of significant player turnover following their trouncing of the Chiefs in New Orleans. Contributors such as Mekhi Becton, Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, and Darius Slay have all signed with new teams. Meanwhile, the team has added linebacker Azeez Ojulari and cornerback Adoree Jackson from the Giants, as well as former Chiefs linebacker Joshua Uche. Pausing this news just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Eagles Nation news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Eagles may eye ex-Colts safety after C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Trade Gardner-Johnson's trade shakes up Philly's defense, but Julian Blackmon could be the perfect fit for Fangio's system. The winds of change sweep through Philly. Philadelphia's defense once soared like a bald eagle over the Rocky Mountains, untouchable, fierce, legendary. But the NFL's offseason is a fickle beast, shaking rosters like autumn leaves in a nor'easter. When the Eagles traded C.J. Gardner-Johnson to Houston, it wasn't just a transaction. It was a tremor, a puzzle piece ripped from a Super Bowl tapestry. Now, the city of brotherly love holds its breath, wondering who fills the void left by a Warriors. Exit, remember 2017, the Philly special underdog magic? Or Reggie White bulldozing quarterbacks like freight trains? Defense has always been Philadelphia's heartbeat, but time marches. Doc's hits fade into highlight reels. Now, the Eagles face a new crossroads. And there enters Julian Blackmon, name whispered in scouting circles, a shadow darting across the Colts film. Could he be the next chapter in Philly's defensive saga? The C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade left a crater in Philadelphia's secondary. But Vic Fangio, the Eagles' defensive maestro, thrives on reinvention. Julian Blackmon isn't just a safety, he has a Swiss Army knife. Slot coverage? Check. Ball hawking free safety? Check. At 26, he's a blend of youth and greed, a perfect fit for Fangio's labyrinthine schemes. He could be a proverbial chess piece in Vic Fangio's defense, used specifically in advantageous coverage matchups, says Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox. Imagine Blackmon lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce like a linebacker in a 1980s Bears. Highlight reel. Meanwhile, Blackmon's stats sing a siren song: 174 tackles, 7 interceptions, and 12 pass deflections over 2 seasons. For a defense craving versatility, he's a triple-shot espresso. But here's the kick: he's affordable. At $5 million for a 1-year Provid deal, he's a low-risk, high-reward gamble. The Eagles love bargains. Remember Nick Foles' $5 million comeback tour? Yet Blackmon isn't flawless. His run defense? Spotty. But in Philly, where Fletcher Cox and Jordan Davis eat double teams for breakfast, weaknesses get camouflaged. Picture Blackmon roaming center field like Derek Jeter, snagging errant passes, while the trenches roar. So why hasn't Indy locked him down? The Colts splurged on Charvarius Ward and Cameron Bynum, leaving Blackmon adrift. Philadelphia's gain? Maybe. but the Eagles' front office moves like a silent storm. Quiet, calculated, unrelenting. C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Trade Swifties sing, Philly breathes. Fire the C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade wasn't just about cap space or draft picks. It was a breakup, a love affair cut short. Gardner-Johnson's swagger part Deion Sanders, part WWE, heel made him a cult hero. 6 interceptions, 59 tackles, and a Super Bowl ring. Irreplaceable. But Philadelphia's front office plays the long game. Enters the Swifties. When Gardner-Johnson trolled. Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift with a parade hoodie reading, "Swifties can likes my balls," he ignited a fan base fiercer than a Texas wildfire. After the trade, Swifties flooded social media like a Nashville honky-tonk at midnight. "Karma is a guy not on the Eagles anymore," one tweeted. Another crowed, "Hell never sniff a Super Bowl again." For Philly fans, mixed emotions. Gardner-Johnson's edge was electric, but his antics? A double-edged sword. The Eagles return? Kenyon Green, a 23-year-old guard with first-round pedigree and a $2.9 million salary. It's a classic Howie Roseman move buy low, develop quietly. Remember when Jason Peters arrived as a tight end project? Green could be the next Lane Johnson. Or another cautionary tale. Trade Eagles trading safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson to Texans in exchange for guard Kenyon Green. The Eagles will receive a 2026 fifth-round pick, and the Texans get a 2026 sixth-rounder via rap sheet Mike Garafolo pick. Twitter, Komos Gij GRGV9D NFL March 11, 2025. Meanwhile, Houston gains a playmaker. Gardner-Johnson's Instagram farewell dripped with pride. "This decision wasn't mine, but I walk away proud of what we built together." Philly's response? A shrug and a nod. "This city thrives on underdogs. Always has." From rocky steps to TOS sit-ups, drama fuels the engine. Philadelphia's defense stands at a crossroads. Julian Blackmon offers youth and versatility. The C.J. Gardner-Johnson trade leaves a void and a lesson. In the NFL, loyalty is fleeting. Legends rise and fall like autumn leaves. But the Eagles, they adapt, they evolve. Whether Blackmon dons midnight green or another star fades into memory, one truth remains. In Philly, every loss sparks a new beginning. And every beginning, it's poetry in motion. Eagles get great news on future of $179 million NFL All-Pro. The Philadelphia Eagles just saw one future Pro Football Hall of Fame offensive lineman retire following the 2023 season with center Jason Kelce. The timeline for when their next likely Hall of Fame offensive lineman decides to hang it up just got pushed back considerably. After the Eagles signed offensive tackle Lane Johnson to a 1-year, $25 million contract extension on March 17th, the 5-time NFL All-Pro, 6-time Pro Bowler, and 2-time Super Bowl champion told the media on March 19th it's very possible he plays out the entirety of his current deal, which has him in Philadelphia through the 2027 season. Johnson previously addressed his future and possible retirement before the Eagles defeated the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl LIX on February 9th. "I'm definitely not retiring after this game, win or lose," Johnson told NFL. Com's Bobby Kaunak on February Vats. "I'm definitely playing next year. That's really how you take it, I guess, when you get up in age 1 year at a time. But physically, I feel a lot better than I have in the past probably couple of years. I feel really good. For being this late in the year, it's usually not like that. I'm thankful we've got a good team here to help us with all that." When his current contract ends after the 2027 season, Johnson will have accumulated approximately $179.9 million in career earnings. From ESPN Eagles standout offensive tackle Lane, Johnson reworked his contract to add $8 million over the next 2 years and an additional $30 million in guarantees, his agent, Ken Sarnoff, told ESPN's Adam Schefter. Johnson also added 1 year at $25 million to the deal and is now under contract through the 2027 season. He will earn $48 million over the next 2 years, including $40 million guaranteed. Path from JUCO to Big 12 to NFL stardom Johnson, 6'6" and 325 pounds, was the no. 4 overall pick by the Eagles in the 2013 NFL Draft. He started his career at Kilgore, Texas College and transferred to Oklahoma, where he was a quarterback, tight end, and defensive end before moving to offensive tackle in 2011 and becoming an All-Big 12 pick in 2012. Headed into his 13th season in 2025, Johnson has been named NFL All-Pro each of the last 4 seasons, and the Eagles have made the postseason 7 of the last 8 seasons, including 3 Super Bowl appearances and 2 Super Bowl wins. Eagles have NFL's highest paid offensive lines. Johnson led an offensive line in 2024 that produced just the 9th 2,000-yard rusher in NFL history in 2024, with NFL Offensive Player of the Year Saquon Barkley. 3 of the 5 starters on the Eagles' offensive line are signed to massive contracts that pay them around $20 million per year. Left tackle Jordan Mailata, 3 years, $66 million. Left guard Landon Dickerson, 4 years, $84 million, and right tackle Johnson, 4 years, $87 million before extension. Starting center Cam Jurgens is in the final season of the 4-year, $75 million rookie contract he signed in 2022 and was selected to his first Pro Bowl in 2024, meaning he's in line for a contract extension or franchise tag following the 2025 season. The Eagles have shown they are willing to pay an elite center. Kelsey averaged $11.5 million per year in salary over his last 4 NFL seasons. And now, Birds fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Birds. I'll be back any moment with more Eagles Nation news. Fly, Eagles, fly.